Bonjour et bienvenue à la grammaire française avec Monsieur Stagoyanis, avec le futur et les verbes irréguliers. Welcome to the next video podcast on the future tense, but with irregular verbs this time, so studying the verbs that do not follow the pattern that we've looked at in the first future tense video podcast with regular verbs. So these ones are the ones that are slightly different and have different irregular stems that you just have to learn. The rest of the procedure actually follows exactly the same way. Okay, let's go. Allons-y. Les sujets. So first ingredient, we take the subjects. Je, tu, il. Obviously we have elle, on, ce on the same line. Ligne. Nous, vous, il et elle. Now again, the line separates the singular subjects above and the plural subjects below. Now we should be very, very used to these subjects by now and understand exactly which ones mean what, but let's go through them anyway, just as a quick recap. Je, meaning I. Tu, meaning you. Il, meaning he. Elle, on, ce, she, one, and it. Obviously all on the same line as il itself. Then we have nous, meaning we. Vous, meaning you. Il, they, masculine plural, and elle, they, feminine plural. And there's the line again, separating all the singular subjects above and all the plural subjects below. On va continuer. So, le futur, irrégulier. So, rather than the process that we looked at by taking the infinitive last time and changing it in some way, in a consistent way, for regular verbs, for the irregular verbs, the infinitives change completely, as you'll see, and you just have to learn the irregular stems for the future. Now, the good news is that this covers both future and conditional tense as well, but look at the next video podcast on the conditional tense and I'll explain how that works. Effectively, all that changes is are the endings at the end. So here we have our list of irregular future infinitives. Aller, obviously meaning to go. Avoir, to have. Devoir, to have to or to must. Envoyer, to send. Être, to be. Faire, to do or to make. Pouvoir, to be able to or to can. Savoir, to know a fact. Venir, to come. Voir, to see. Vouloir, to want to or to wish to. And falloir, a rarity, but an excellent one to be able to use in a piece of control conditions coursework or in your oral exam, meaning to be necessary, and only stands in the il form, so it makes it that bit easier. So aller turns to irai, and that's using the I subject je, becomes j'irai. Avoir turns to j'aurai. Devoir to je devrai. Envoyer to j'enverrai. Être becomes je serai. Faire becomes je ferai. Pouvoir becomes je pourrai. Savoir becomes je saurai. Venir becomes je viendrai. Voir becomes je verrai. Vouloir becomes je voudrais. And falloir becomes il faudra, because as I mentioned before, il is the only person that you need, the only subject that you need with regards to falloir. Okay, so the meanings of these, just as they stand. J'irai, I will go. J'aurai, I will have. Je devrai, I will have to, or I will must. Not that that makes sense so much in English, so it was more I will have to. J'enverrai, I will send. Je serai, I will be. Je ferai, I will do or I will make. Je pourrai, I will be able to. Je saurai, I will know. Je viendrai, I will come. Je verrai, I will see. Je voudrais, I will want to, or I will wish to. Il faudra, it will be necessary. Next, with the avoir endings in the future, this is where we've taken them from. So all we have to do, as we did before, is add the following endings to the relevant subjects. Remember, they must go across the table. Unfortunately, you just have to learn these endings, as I mentioned before, but once you know them, you'll never forget them, and they come from the present tense of avoir. Here they are then. Same subjects, but change slightly with elle here instead. Je, tu, elle, nous, vous, il, and elle. Then we have the present tense of avoir, a, on, et, and on. Remembering to take off the av from both the nous and the vous forms. Okay, so those are the endings if we wish to change them. If we take a look at this all together, this is the end result. So, we have our subject, and looking at the verb devoir, turning into devre, we get je devrais, tu devras, il ou elle devra, Then the line, nous devrons, vous devrez, and il ou elle devront. Okay, so that's the fully conjugated future tense for devoir. Next we have one that begins with a vowel. So we'll have irai, j'irai from aller. Tu iras, il ira, elle ira, and then obviously the line separating subjects that are singular from subjects that are plural, top and bottom. Nous irons, vous irez, ils iront, ou elles iront, masculine plural, feminine plural. So there's a fully conjugated aller in the future tense. Obviously paying attention to the fact that the je form has to apostrophize because the next word begins with a vowel. Of course, if there are any other questions that you may have, pop by into my classroom, B12, or drop me an email, or communicate with me in some way. Come to the extra lessons and I'll be able to go through this for you. Once you've finished, all will be good. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.